I know today, no matter what is happening, things will all go my way. I see heaven and I don't have to wait for you to recognize that love resides in this place. Why not lesson ahead? Why you making that face? You be tripping, thinking about something different. Why you making just relax with it, ain't no accidents, it's just all for the love.
Heaven high, everybody. Welcome. Oh, JClay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, first, I have to thank you for sharing that song.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, my intro, the music, was written and performed by this brother. It's a perfect fit for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
How did you come up with that?
It's so the way I write, I kind of tune in with the beat. It's almost like I'm communicating with the beat. I want to flesh it out and see what it wants to tell, the story it wants to tell. And you heard it, it's happy. It's happy music. It's just like I'm feeling good. I'm on vacation. I'm partying. I'm happy. And I today is going to be a good day and nothing's going to stop it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's me every day.
Yeah.
Even when it's not a good day, I can play that and just be like, What do you do? What do you do when you're having a bad day? How do you handle that? Because Heaven High Podcast is all about finding your peace in the midst of the storm, living your best life. Because I know it's a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on. But I believe that it's important for some of us to keep our peace and keep shining that light. So what do you do, or what are you doing right now as you watch the planet?
Yeah, so one thing that I do all the time is I go out for walks. Like walks can cure almost anything, just being out in nature, just being free. But I remember one time like a walk didn't cure it. And I was like, why am I feeling like this? This is dumb. I'm not supposed to feel like this. And something was like meditate. I was like, I don't need to meditate. That's not gonna do it. And then I finally did it, and literally 30 seconds in, 30 seconds, it was like a weight was lifted. But that's from practice. I won't say that it would be that fast for everyone, but I was shocked at how fast that it happened, that I was able to kind of get back to my peaceful center.
Now, is that when you first started meditating?
No.
Oh, no. Now, when you meditate, because there are a lot of different ways to meditate.
Yeah.
Are you completely silent? Do you do breath work? Is it guided meditation? What do you do?
Yeah, so the way I do it, I kind of just relax completely and let go all the way. And it's almost like no thought. But that's from years of practice. Like when I first when I first started, I did like the head to toe check where you just kind of relax everything, which takes about 5 to 7 minutes when you think about things. And then you're like, I didn't know my jaw was clenched, or I didn't know my shoulder was tight, but you feel all of it. And then the more you do it, the faster you can get in that state where you can just bypass that completely.
And when you started, did you talk to your head in your mind, or did you just visualize it like?
That's a good question. I think I just it was more like a focus. I was like, okay, I'm at my head, I'm going to my eyes, going to my nose. I kept going, and I went down one side of my body, then the other side. I kind of came back and then went back down, and So
you know what I used to do? I used to imagine that there was a large picture, and it had love and joy and peace and good health and prosperity, all the things that I wanted, right? And I imagined that my angels were holding it, and God just poured all of that over me, and I would feel it just drip down my body, healing, soothing whatever needed to be soothed.
I'm actually going to do that. I've done things where like I've heard where you kind of go up into space almost, and you kind of imagine an orb around you, and you can feel that orb with light and love. But I love what you said too, so I'm gonna try that. I never tried that.
Yes. Now, let me ask you this. The song that we just played is just one.
Yeah.
You have many. How did you start writing? Did that come through you through meditation? Were you performing before?
No, so okay, I was performing before. I used to rap with a trio called Fifth Flow, and it was regular music. It
Wow.
was it was normal music. I live in Houston, and we were a Texas-based group. I'm from Chicago originally, so I gotta always claim Chicago.
Fifth Flow.
Um,
Okay, go ahead.
but yeah, but we I mean, like at one point we had our merchandise and our song playing in like all the nightclubs in Houston and Dallas Fort Worth areas. Like we were out. It was just it was regular music though. You know, we were trying to make it as regular artists, and kind of things didn't go as planned. Of course, I was devastated. Like we did everything. What's going on? Which always kind of led me back to spirit. It led me back within because I'm like, it has to be some divine purpose stepping in. There's no way we're not succeeding in what we're doing. And it kind of was. I kind of came across A Course in Miracles, which yeah, I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with it, but it's said to be channeled by Jesus. And when I first came to it, I didn't even know anything about channeling. But it's something about truth. When you hear truth, when you recognize truth,
Yes.
and it's like, okay, I believe this, and it changed my life like completely.
So wait a minute. The music that you were doing with Fifth Flow was it spiritual?
It wasn't spiritual. It was like it wasn't gangster music or nothing like that.
Like,
It
how
wasn't
did
obscene.
nobody go? Nobody. You
Because
remember the lyrics?
yeah, nah, I was still me. Like I'm still me, but it was some. I'll put it like this, okay. At the time, I still had distrust in me about certain things. I still had doubts about certain things, and
Okay.
that came out in the music. Like now, I want to make sure that what I put in is filled with love. Like if somebody listens to it over and over again, they won't help but feel better, get better, think differently.
That's interesting that you would say that because I was listening and a lot of the songs I think talk it's like you feel their pain and you're pulling them out.
Yeah.
I don't know if YouTube is gonna block me for this, but look.
Why you holding on? You don't need that. They just feeding BS super strong. You don't eat that. They telling you that you is on your own. You believe that? You get everything you ever want. You can see that, but you feeling stripped cause your grip tight. Now that grip is a fist. All you wanna do is fight. So your work don't work and your worth won't rise. You think you just bought your money, but you want what it can't buy. You can never sit alone cause them voices so alive. But you always on your own cause you put them all aside. At least that's what you see when you look through closed eyes. Having a bad past contest like you about to win a prize. Like, I had it worse. Nah, I had it worse. Nah, man, I had it worse. Let go.
Oh, I love that. I'm like, you don't need that. Why you holding on? You don't need that. What was going on when you wrote that song?
Okay, so I remember because it is one of those songs that it's like I can't forget how this came about. So at the time I was in a mastermind group, and we have an app called There's an app called Marco Polo where you can have more than one person. It's like you just leave messages, and we had a mastermind where we check in on each other and just try to uplift each other. And at the time I was still working at NASA, and so like when I would drive into work, I would maybe listen to the messages and give words of encouragement back. But there were a couple of people in there that just wouldn't let things go. Like they would be in a peaceful state right now. Like they're safe, they're calm in a peaceful state, but then they'll bring back that thing that agitates them, and they couldn't see the correlation, like why they weren't getting better or being happy is because they wouldn't be here now. And so when I was thinking about this, I was like, okay, I need to make a song about this. I probably found the beat instantly. Shout out to Majestic Drama, great beat maker, great producer. And I remember I was going to work, writing it, and I used to take breaks because it's a nice, beautiful campus in Clear Lake, Texas, for NASA. And I used to just go out and walk, and I was listening to it, writing. And when I tell you, I had to contain all of my hypeness because I'm supposed to be corporate at that time. I'm walking around just trying to be calm, but I'm like, this is amazing. This
Yes.
is it's the
Yes.
greatest thing ever. And that's all I can think about like all day. I probably didn't do any real work that day because I was writing the song.
Wow. Wow. And I read some of the comments too. It it has touched a lot of hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful.
I,
Off the
well,
subject. Go ahead.
well, I will say, but like the wisdom of that song came from me diving into A Course in Miracles and really taking it seriously, really seeing the error in my ways and seeing the truth that love is all around us, like that we are all one. So I that couldn't have come without me doing that.
A Course in Miracles. Let me see. Let me see if I can find that book. Y'all can find that book, A Course in Miracles. Yes. JClay, how'd you end up working at NASA? What were you doing?
I went to college. I'm a computer science major. They had a program at Prairie View A&M University, and it was kind of like you worked there when you're in college, and then once I graduated, it's kind of like they drafted some of us to
But
NASA.
what do you do when you work at NASA? Like you get out the car, you got a briefcase in your hand,
No, I might have had my lunch bag or something.
you got your lunch bag, you walk in the door, good morning. What do you do? Do you get on the elevator, go upstairs to the
But yeah,
fifth
so
floor?
it's a huge campus, so it's like you don't have to walk, which is I like walking, except when it was raining pretty badly. But you go in, flash your badge, go park, walk maybe 10-15 minutes to your building. I think I was maybe on the sixth floor or something. I mean, because they move you around a lot, so you might not be in the same building past 2 years. And I did computer stuff. Yeah.
Like what though? Like what? Like I can't imagine what you do. Computer stuff. Are you filing?
No. So like programming. So like one project I worked on what was it? Some of the software that they use for the astronauts when they're up there. So I worked on some of that software. And
Building
then
it, creating it?
yeah, well no, I was mostly maintaining it and just adding new functionality to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you use both sides of your brain.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. And your album, I Am Nobody, I Am Someone. I am nobody, I am someone. Are you saying none of my accolades work? Because you got some good ones. Mental Health Advocate of the Year.
Yeah.
Check. You got some really great ones. Are you saying none of those things matter? And then I am someone, you saying my connection with the divine is what's important? What are you saying?
Yeah. So I say many things with this. So for one, I am nobody. To someone that can seem like a sad thing, like I am nobody. But then the flip side, I am someone, is like very empowering. But when you kind of flip the meanings, I am nobody is actually literally like I am not a body. I am more than that. I'm spirit. I'm
Ooh.
part of the one. I am some of this one. And so it has on a whole new meaning. And yeah,
I am
remind you that.
nobody. I am somebody, part of the.
Well, I am someone.
Mm, I like it. I like it. I like it. And with this album, what is your dream that will happen with this, that it will do for people?
Yeah, so my intent for the album was it will take you from a place of wherever you're at to a place of peace. Like you will be, the more you listen, the more peace you will have, the more all right you will be with life, the more trusting, the more loving you will be, no matter where you're at. Even if you're at the lowest of the low, you're gonna be higher when you listen to this album. And that was one of the clearest messages that I ever received from God, from Source, was just finish the album. This was even before it was written, before I didn't even know if I was gonna be this type of artist. Like, I was like, who's gonna listen to this? Like, this is a different kind of music. But then I started to make it. I'm like, okay, I like it, but will others like it? And I just kept hearing, just finish the album, just finish the album.
Wow. I love it. And I hope those of you out there follow him on Instagram or YouTube,
Yeah.
because he has a lot of music going there. I didn't want to put too much because I thought if I did, they might block me. And we didn't want that to happen. But look at there. JClay is blessing us. Tell us about Humble Yourself.
Yes. Humble Yourself is my newest single. It's one of those tracks that is filled with love. I can't say it any different. I'm speaking light language in it for the first time, which is cool. And yeah, it's a reminder that everyone is holy. It's a reminder that, like, everyone is worthy of that love. Like, everyone is worthy to be humble too, because we are all part of this one. We are all part of God's creation. And if you're here, God has a purpose for you. And if God has a purpose for you, I respect it. I respect you no matter who you are, no matter what you think you did, no matter how bad of a person you may think you are. Like, there's no action that can undo the perfection of God.
Ooh, there is no action that can undo the perfection of God. I like that. So, what would you say? We're not political on Heaven High Podcast. I too feel like I believe all things work together for good. I found the toughest times in my life have brought forth the biggest blessing. So I'm like the old folks now. I say I wouldn't take nothing from my journey. If I could switch problems with someone, I wouldn't, because mine are geared exactly for me. But what advice would you give to the world right now? Even saying, what did you say? You said God is using all of us. I agree. But what would you say to people who like, what you mean God is using us? Because they out there doing this and he lying and dealing and my. What would you say to them?
But one, I would definitely say go within. Like, go within yourself. Like, look for the peace within first, if you can. I know it's a tough thing to do. A lot of times what people don't realize is that everyone is a reflection to us. So the thing that you notice about a person that bothers you, it's a part of you that maybe you've ignored, maybe that you're
Did y'all hear
resistant
that? Wait a
against.
minute. Did y'all hear that? The thing that you notice about someone else that bothers you. Why Tangie talk like that? Is the thing about you that you've ignored. What y'all got to say about that?
Right. It is something they've ignored, something that they may be resistant against. Like, they want to be what that person is being, or they want to do what that person is doing, but they've judged against it for some reason. So there's resentment surrounding it. Similar to, like, there was a time when I couldn't watch like music award shows. I was just too jealous. And I would, it was a lot of resentment for it, but they're living the dream. I should be happy for them. But I had to work with that, within myself first. And it was all me. They didn't do anything wrong.
So do you watch them now?
I don't, just because I'm
Not
doing
interested.
other things, but
Okay.
I watch the clips later. Yeah.
So with your music being as enlightening, spiritual as it is, who are 2-3 artists that you listen to?
Right now, I can't say that there's anyone I listen to, because I mostly listen to beats because I'm writing, but it's mostly kind of old school artists. Like, man, Stevie. I think Stevie Wonder was enlightened, and so was the guy who wrote for Earth, Wind and Fire. Because
yes,
when you listen to those lyrics, it's like, man, they knew some stuff.
Earth, Wind and Fire. Really, they were astrology. They were Earth, Wind. They were all of that. Which brings me to, you said it was your first time using light language. Do any of you out there know what light language is? If you do, put it in the comment section. What is light language? Is it like speaking in tongues?
It's similar, but not quite. So like, this is how I understand it. Well, I don't know much about tongues, but what I understand about tongues, I'll say like it's kind of like tongues is almost uncontrollable. Like it comes out, but light language is controlled, but it's not. That's the best way I can say it. Like it's a language of love, but it just pours out of you. You like connecting with the divine, and you're moving out of the way as a person. Like you're saying, you're letting your ego go to side, and you're allowing spirit to just flow through you in whatever way it comes out.
So, is it a gift that you get? Like, could I do it if I?
Yeah, anyone can do it.
How would I learn how to do that?
One of the main ways is just to try. So the way I did it for the first time was I did a activation. Her name is Andona Makizadek. I still can't pronounce the last name yet, but that's a spiritual name. And it was an activation where the idea is that we have dormant DNA in our bodies. That's kind of like switched off. You know, everything is binary ones and zeros. It's like it's a zero, and you want to activate your vessel to be a one, so to speak. And it involved like meeting once a day for 30 to 60 minutes and just meditation. And she, as the leader, would kind of lead it and speak light language to us and share these things. And I did have some divine experiences in that. And so when it came time to finish the song, Humble Yourself, I was like, I'm gonna try to speak light language. And so I did it. I reached out to her because I'm like, hey, is this authentic, or I just want to make sure, because it felt good when it came out. And she said, yes, I wish it was longer. That's how good it was.
Wow. So what was happening? Like I can, yo quiero hablar español, pero es muy rápido. Sí. Muy rápido. But I can do it. Yeah. It's not like that.
Right. It's not like that at all. Even that, I can do that lentamente. Is that right? Yeah. But it's more like you just let it flow. Like you just try. Like what comes out naturally if you just would just be unfiltered. Right. It's interesting. I don't want to do it right now, but it's a part of me that's like, I don't know, should I do it? But yeah. Because I haven't done it publicly other than the song.
Well, my DNA might not be activated because it couldn't be me making up stuff. It couldn't be.
Well, I'll say this. So when I started trying it on my own, what it felt like was when I freestyle, when I'm writing a song. It's like sometimes I'll just freestyle melodies. It won't be real words, but it felt very similar. Like it's very freeing and cleansing.
Wow. Okay. I got to find out about the light language. What other gifts are there for us in your music? Because it's nice to see a brother doing music that's still like, but it's saying words. It's healing my body. Like, I'm guessing that your music, the sound is a certain frequency to heal. Is all of that happening?
That I don't know. People have said it is, and I honestly don't know. I kind of go with feeling on that.
Okay.
So I will say that the main thing that I seek to do, my intention with the music is to correct your perception within. Like, because everyone has conflicting thoughts that they might not even know about. One example is you want peace, but then you're watching all of these dramas, or you're ready to find out who's in the latest beef and all this other stuff, and then you're wondering why you don't have peace. It's because you're kind of teetering back and forth between the two. And I try to bring a mirror to that so you can see and then make a conscious choice.
So Are you one of those, like, do you create your world where there are only peaceful things around you? The shows that you watch, if you watch shows, the videos you watch, if you watch videos, the podcast, the music, is that all peaceful, where your work, you create that world so that you can have peace? Or are you, say, like Nelson Mandela was when he was in prison, where it was all around him, but he could have the peace inside? Which one are you advocating for your listeners?
It just depends on where you are. So to answer that, like when you're starting off, I would say make as much peace as possible all around you, just because you kind of need that separation to just get your thoughts together, because we have thoughts going on in our heads that might not be our own, that might be influences from others that are going through their own thing. But me, like right now, I can be around what people would consider chaos and be fine, but I don't stay in there longer than I have to. If that makes sense.
It does. It does. I like to you already know. Y'all already know. I love being happy.
Yeah.
It feels good to me. And so now when a little something comes in, because I'm flying so high all the time, it's like boom. It's like I walked into a wall. Really, where I'm like, and I have to get it together quickly because it's so foreign that it can't sneak in.
Yeah.
The unpleasantries.
Right. So for that, like, because I'm always trying to let go and see like what else do I need to let go of, I actually welcome the triggers. And so what I mean is, like, let's say somebody says something and it triggers me. Like most people would get mad, but when I realize what just happened, it's like, oh, you share with me a limited belief that I have, because that's the only reason I would react negatively to this, is because maybe I think it's true on some level, or that I think it's true and I thought I hid it from you, but I'm exposed. You see me for who I am, and I'm upset by it. And so, like, I welcome those triggers because now I know where the next work is. Like, okay, now I need to work on this. I didn't know that would offend me.
I tell my students, because all day long, he said this, she said this, he's second it. I said, and whenever that happens, say thank you, because they're giving you an opportunity to control your emotions. Let me see. Oh, good job. Okay, I'll give you a dojo point. And at first they were like, and now they're like, Miss Tangie, so-and-so said this to me, and I didn't even get angry. Because you're right. You know what else I find works for me is going to sleep. I'll either write it or say it. As many things as I can think of that I'm grateful for. Like, I keep going until the ideas, it gets crazy. Because, we start off with the same stuff. But once it starts getting to the nitty gritty, like if you write 100 things, once you get to the 150, then you start really getting meaty.
Yeah.
You ever do that?
I haven't, but I want to now. And I was about to ask you, so you do it right before you go to bed, or you do it like when you wake up?
Both.
Okay.
It depends on how I slept, if I need a reset.
Yeah.
But I love, before I go to bed, to write. And sometimes I let my higher self write. So when my higher self writes, things come out of me that I'm like, whoa.
So do you do automatic writing?
I do. But automatic gratitude. Now, I've done automatic writing. I haven't done that in a very long time. I used to do that back in the day. You remember The Artist's Way and different things? You remember that book? But now when I'm doing my gratitude, sometimes the lights will even be off. Wow. Because I want to allow the to come up and out. And I just write. All right, I'm grateful that my soul chose this body. I'm grateful that I'm taking care of my legs and that I can stand on my toes, and and that I can see, and that I made it through that and that and that, and that I still smile, or
Yeah.
whatever it is, for my soul family, that I chose these people. I go into all of it,
Yeah.
all of it. It
Well,
makes
thank
me,
you, because I've only probably went to number 20. Like, I've never went beyond that, and now I want to see what comes up.
oh, and you have to tell me about it too,
Yeah.
because 20, I can do that. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for y'all. I'm grateful for my podcast, my son, my daughter, my turtle, my dog, my mother, my father, the world, the sun, my light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My teeth, my clothes, my body, blah, 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 blah. But 100,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You let me know what comes up out of you. It'll be another song.
Yeah.
So I saw on your page that you are doing something called Holy Shift.
Yes.
I love the name. Holy Shift.
Shift happens.
Holy Shift. Shift happens. I love it. Tell me what that entails.
Yeah. So, myself and Betty Guadagno, she's a indie experiencer, soon to be best-selling author.
Betty is awesome. Betty has been on Heaven High podcast. Love Betty, and her story is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we were talking about, wanting to put together events, and we were like, let's start with a retreat. And we fleshed it out over a period of months. Like, we would meet a couple times a week for an hour or two, and just flesh out what we want to do. And for this first event, it's going to be in Tulum from March 22nd to the 27th, and it's all about
Nice.
that shift. So it's all about, like, everyone has something maybe they want to let go of, or maybe even a new, not to say persona, but yeah, a new persona that they want to share with the world. They don't want to keep bringing their old self, their old baggage with them, and we're giving them a space to explore that and explore their new selves, so that they can live that from here on out until they choose to, repeat the process. And we're going to have 6 teachers there as well, besides ourselves, and you are one of them. So
Yes. And I am excited
yes.
because the shift is happening right now. So holy shift, y'all get ready. We need more information. Where do they go to get more information?
So right now, if you go to JClay.org, my website, you will see, it'll be like the big banner at the top, or you can click on events. And it's probably the only event I have on there right now.
Yes. Holy shift. I am super excited. I'm excited about ushering people through that shift. Now, it's so much going on in the world. Like, no matter who you talk to, if you're an astrologist, if you're in the human design, New Thought, Presbyterian, Baptist, Pentecostal, wherever you are, you atheists, everybody is feeling the shift right now. And so, those of you who are actually present, and because, I came here to create,
Yes.
I did. My soul came here to create, and my soul came here to assist with this new evolutionary journey that we're going on. So I'm really, really, really excited. So y'all go to jclay.org and check out Holy Shift. It's a lot of really wonderful things. Meals are included.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Meals, all inclusive, whatever diet you have. It's a beautiful resort, has a
Beautiful.
pool, it's near the beach. Like, and Tulum
Yes.
is great. Yeah.
Yes. And there'll be some meditation. There'll be some healing. You'll be able to work on some stuff that you didn't even know you needed to work on.
Yeah.
That's what's beautiful when you're working with powerful healers. Things come out that you didn't even know were there. Sometimes even by yourself, if you're open.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it a full moon tonight?
It actually is. Yeah.
The 11th is a full moon tonight.
Yeah.
So this is a good night to release some things. And if you don't know, well, I'll ask you, JClay, if someone was going to write out the things that they want to let go of in their life, right?
Yeah.
But they don't know what to write. They're open to the transformation, but they don't know what to write. All this stuff is new to them. It's a bunch of mumbo jumbo. What would you suggest they write? What would you suggest they do?
I would say take the easy step. So instead of saying I let go of this, and the reason is that, well, sorry, let me tell what to do, and then I'll tell the reason why. I would say I'm beginning to let go, or I'm open to the idea of letting go of X, Y, Z. And the reason being is a lot of times we believe we are this thing that we probably should let go of, and we can't see our lives without it. And by believing that we're this thing, to let go of it is to let go of ourselves. And that can be a scary thing, because it's like, who am I without my pain? Who am I without my struggle? Who am I if I can't do this? Like, even when I started going into the spiritual realms, like just this life, I was like, man, do I have to be a boring person now? Like, I don't want to be a boring person, but it's not.
Right.
I'm the opposite, well, at least to me.
Right. I get exactly what you're saying, because I just had a birthday. I'm 58.
Happy
I do
birthday.
a whole bunch of stuff I'm not supposed. Like, I still like to run and laugh and spin and sit on the floor and color.
And you don't look 58 at all, like not even close, like seriously. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, JClay. Thank you. But I still like to do all of that stuff. And that's one of the things that I try to show on my podcast, on my channel, that you can love the Lord, you can be spiritual, still be crazy, still be sexy, still be whatever it is that you are. There was another thing that I saw on your page that reminded me of my mother. Because when my mother loved me, she loved me. And she was a fantastic mother, right? So this is one of them funny things. But whenever I would get in trouble and I would do something like that I've already apologized for, I'd say, I'm sorry. She'd say, yes, Tangie, you are sorry. You are. And so I always told my kids not to say I'm sorry, because you don't want to put that sorry behind that I am.
Right.
And look what I found on your.
Hey, stop saying I'm sorry, because I know you're apologizing, but you're affirming that you're sorry. Like, you just sorry. So you might be thinking you're saying you're sorry as I feel you, or I feel something for what I've done, but you're calling yourself sorry in the process, and you're affirming it every time. So instead, just say, I apologize. I apologize. Same thing, same sentiment, but you're not de-affirming yourself.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And so tonight, if any of you are writing anything for this full moon, you might not, I don't know, or just for you, you can put behind that I am. Jesus gave us power. Oh, and somebody even said, I read in your music, they said if Jesus was a rapper, it would be your music. How awesome is that?
Yeah, I appreciate it, because like I said, like Jesus is one of the pivotal, has always been a pivotal character in my life. Like, even when I used to read the Bible, because that was my spiritual source in the beginning. I never knew where to start. I was like, let me start with the Bible. And I was fascinated by all the stuff Jesus did, because he said, we can do them too. He was like, you don't gotta wait for me. You don't gotta, like, we can do all of these things. I'm not special. You can do greater things than I. And I was like, why aren't people doing this? Did you hear what he said?
Right. And you know what's funny? When you start doing some of the things that Jesus did, people get nervous.
Yeah.
Even though he said we could do these things, he came to teach.
Yeah.
Do it. Heal. Do all of that stuff. So what is, if you could share one of your lyrics, you don't have to rap it, just say it, with the world, billions of people, what would be the chosen lyric?
Chosen lyric.
That's hard, huh?
Wow. Yeah, that's a tough question. Um, the
Because
first thing
then
that came to mind, this wouldn't be the one, but it came to mind when you said people get scared, because I do have a lyric where I said something like, people think that you're the devil when you tell them you're a healer, and it's crazy that we would even think that, like,
yep,
this
yep,
person is here to help, but then we say, no, that's the devil. That's the like what? No.
yeah. And I hope, my prayer is that Heaven High podcast opens people up a little bit, because in my mind, this in my mind, people can see my light. They can see the Holy Spirit all over me. But I still love near-death experiences. I've had my own near-death experiences. I love talking to spiritual people. I love all the different ways that God communicates with me. I I hear things. Spirit talks to me, talks through me. So I hope that Heaven High podcast opens them up. I bring people on like you. So give me another lyric for the
Okay.
world.
So something that came to mind, hopefully I can say it to the part I want to say it to, but every time you judge, you cut in half. Half that makes you happy, half that makes you sad. The more judgments you mimic, percentage diminish of what will keep you happy and keep you grinning. Now you in a box mad at your limits, unaware that this was made in your image. Trying to play the role that karma plays, that's the only role that your armor plays.
Wow. Wow. Now what's interesting, I hope Aaron is still on. I don't know if he is or not, but Aaron is glad I left. That's Aaron. He has a podcast. He did the video for me that goes with your music,
Yeah.
right? And when I was on his podcast talking about happiness, keeping your peace in the midst of the storm, he talked about a time when, like, as a man, and I'm protecting my family, and somebody step, how do you, I don't remember his exact words, but he was like, how do I still be a man and check them and stay in that good place at the same time?
Yeah.
And the lyrics that you just said spoke to that. So what would you say to Aaron? Because you're a man, a black man. Somebody stepped to you, they stepped to your wife, stepped to your mother. How do you handle that?
I actually have a story for that where something like that happened. And so I preface it like this. Like, I was playing basketball one time, and I was going at it. Like, I was playing, defending against like a 6'5" guy, and we're going at it. We're being physical, and I'm only like, I'm 5'11", so just to see the height difference. Yeah, so we're going at it. Something happened. I went for a rebound, and I guess I hit him in the head or something. It was accident. I didn't mean to. And because we were talking so much stuff, he ran up on me and was just looking down. Like, it was that moment before a fight was about to break out. He said something, but then I wasn't there anymore, because I'm like, okay, a fight is about to happen. So the first thing I thought was like, okay, what am I do? I can sweep him, and then when he falls, I can hit him, and then I'm just running. I'm leaving. I'm never gonna come back to this court again. That actually went through my head, but then I was like, no, I'm learning all this stuff. This was probably like in 2019 when I was really fresh into A Course in Miracles. I was like, I'm learning this stuff. I'm preaching it. It really works. Let me test it. Let me trust this. Because one of the lines is, love needs no offense or defense. And so it's powerful. And so I dropped my guard, and I looked at him with all the love I could muster. Like, so in that moment, it was like time stopped. He could have just knocked me out, and there was nothing I can do because I didn't have any defenses up or anything. But instantly when I did that, he said, you know what? I'm getting too serious. I'm going to check myself out the game. And we've been cool ever since. And
Wow.
and since then, like, any kind of almost argument or anything I've been in, I just muster that love. And it's amazing. It's like almost like you see a demon flee from people. It's just, it's
Wow.
beautiful. Yeah.
But I believe that. And that's one of the reasons why I think it's so important for us to spread love and let our light shine. Like, this might sound crazy to some of y'all, but wonder what would happen if at one of these protests, if billions of people went and just tried to love. I wonder what would happen. You know, I wonder if it would make some of these the people who unfortunately have these jobs to do things that they might or might not know they shouldn't be doing. I don't know, but I wonder if it would make them shift.
It would. Yeah. And
I bet it would.
It's similar to like okay, a baby can make the meanest face smile. Like you can see the meanest face. You put a baby in front of them, they're lighting up, and a baby is pure love. Like just this. Okay, just to put it into perspective, we're a society that really cares about resources and things and productivity and all of this. And it's like you got to be productive, you got to give, you got to have, save your resources or all this other stuff. But a baby just consumes. A baby, takes all resources and things. But there's something about a baby that we can't quantify that's just like it lights up the entire room, the entire space. People can't keep their eyes off of a child if the child is in a room. It's because they're oozing that pure love. And we are all capable of it. We've been a child, we've been that, and we can do it as an adult too. I believe you do that as an adult.
Thank you. I believe I do too. I know that's always my intention. And I always ask God to use me. Let me learn from them. Let them feel you on me. Because by myself, I am nothing. What'd you say? I am nobody. I am someone. Yes, that's me. Where are you performing live at?
I'm actually not anytime soon yet. I may perform at the Tulum retreat, but yeah.
You have to perform at the retreat. Yeah, you have to. I would love to do a guided meditation. A guided meditation on love and gratitude. But you have to. Here I go. What song would you perform?
Well, I got to perform the greatest hits. People love Let Go. Got to do that. My song, Humble Yourself. But also, I have a song coming out in 2 months called This Is God.
Wait a minute. Let me show them Humble Yourself. This is the album cover for Humble Yourself. And if you're interested, he's giving one copy free for our people. All you have to do is go to jclay.org/humble yourself. HUMBLEYOSELF. And the code is Heaven High Humble. There we go. Now, what were you saying?
No, I just know the L and E. I didn't know how to do a B and all that. So I jumped in like I knew it, but I didn't.
Right. I'm sorry, I interrupted. You were talking about performing.
Oh yeah. So I have another single coming out in 2 months called This Is God, which everyone is gonna want me to perform for all of time, I believe. So I can't wait to share that with everyone as well.
Really? This Is God? Can you give us a little?
I wonder if I can share audio on here. I'm not sure, but the chorus is very simple. This is from Allah. This is Yah. This is God.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Is that some of it?
Yeah, it's some of it. You're gonna dance. Everybody's gonna dance to this.
Go.
This is from Allah. This is Yah. This is God. This is from Allah. This is Yah. This is God. Yeah.
I love your music. I wish I had that one. I'm gonna play this one more time, y'all. Let Go. Check it out.
Majestic Trauma.
Why you holding on? You don't need that. They just feeding BS super strong. You don't eat that. They telling you that you is on your own. You believe that? You get everything you ever want. You can see that, but you feeling stripped cause your grip tight. Now that grip is a fist. All you wanna do is fight. So your work don't work and your worth won't rise. You think you just bought your money, but you want what it can't buy. You can never sit alone cause them voices so alive. But you always on your own cause you put them all aside. At least that's what you see when you look through closed eyes. Having a bad past contest like you about to win a prize. Like, I had it worse. Nah, I had it worse. Nah, man, I had it worse. Let go.
Man, I won't do it again. I love that. Why you holding on? You don't need that. People be so even those of you who are not ready for the lyrics will get the spirit, will get the feeling, and still be able to pump and bounce and everything. I love it. I absolutely love it. So is there anything else you would like to share with my people before we close? We don't have much longer.
Yeah, I'll just say trust yourself. Trust where you are. Trust the process. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. The perfect place, perfect time. It's all working out for your highest good. Just don't doubt it. Just don't fear it. You're in the perfect place to transcend and thrive.
Trust yourself. Don't doubt it. Don't fear it. You're in the perfect place to thrive. I love that. Now, my last guest that was on, Sonia Marie, it's interesting. Y'all said the same thing at one point. Yeah. I asked her, what advice would she have for the world right now? She said, go within. You too said, go within. I think about another sister friend, Lauren Janelle, who is also a healer. And one thing that she says that I love is this is what it looks like. Like when you pray and pray and pray for something, yeah. When we pray, we expect it to change right then. But I believe when we pray, we have to know that our prayers are being answered. And this is what it looks like. Going within, I believe, helps us have peace in the midst of the storm. You agree?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Sometimes for me, I will think, why did I chart this for my life? What is it that my soul expected me to get out of this? And I know these last 10 years have been different for me on let go. If there's something that you're supposed to let go of and you don't, it's going to be taken away. So if you feel that you're supposed to let something go, I think it's good to just let it go. But either way, it's going to be okay, like you just said. Because I know for me, the last maybe 9 years of my life, God has been just taking things to the point where at one moment I was like, who am I?
Yeah.
Like stripped from all the human stuff. The only thing that was left was I'm still a woman. I'm still a mother. I still love the Lord. I'm still alive. Everything else, I was like, am I an actor? Am I a podcaster? Am I a host? Am I a healer? Am I a speaker? Am I a minister? It's been a lot of all mixed into one. And now that I have made it through that, it's like I don't have a focus on anything happening other than to just be used. Yeah. other than to just be used. And this is what it looks like.
Yeah. I love
Okay.
that too.
Yeah, right? This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Okay, y'all. One more time, you got to see my opening. I know this is the closing, but JClay did the music. Listen, here we go. His music.
I know today, no matter what is happening, things will all go my way. I see heaven and I don't have to wait for you to recognize that love resides in this place. Why not lesson ahead? Why you making that face? You be tripping, so you think about something different. Why you making just relax with it, ain't no accidents, it's just all for the love.
Heaven high, everybody. Welcome. Just relax, y'all. There are no accidents. It's all for the love. Don't be walking around all scrunched up like this. Oh, you know what? I remember years ago, I wrote a poem. Listen, let me see. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This was years ago, so I might not remember it all. Here it goes. It was called Montage of Faith. Ready? For it to happen, you must believe. God has already done his thing. If you look in the Bible, I'm sure you will see Jesus always said his faith has set him free. His faith has made him whole. Oh, ye of little faith was even one time told. All this tells me it's already done. God has my account. It's resting with his son. It's full of my blessings. I can see them now. Peace, love, hope, joy, forgiveness, and prosperity. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard all the blessings God has for me. This sister called and said, Tangie, how did you do it? How did you make your dreams come true? And if you had some advice to give away, what would you tell me to do or say? And I said, first, don't let them tell you what you can or cannot do. Just because it didn't work for them doesn't mean it won't work for you. It's already there, but you must believe. To unlock the door, faith is the key. Forgiveness opens it up and praise sets it free. Realize you're a spiritual being governed by spiritual laws. The reports that you get from the physical man matters not in your cause. Be bold for the Lord. Don't be afraid. Speak the truth. Walking around whining and sad, you can tell a tree by its fruit. How many apples and oranges are on your tree? Are they healthy and bright or rotten and dying? And if they ask you, what are you out here trying to do? Acting and rapping and singing and stuff. Look them straight in the eye, but don't be too tough. And tell them, I'm out here claiming my blessings. They'll think you're cocky now, but that'll be their lesson. Cocky's different. You're being confident in the Lord. Look in your handbook, the Bible. God said, use his word as your sword. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. He who dwells under the shelter of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Greater is he who is in me than is he who is in the world. I will be the lender, not the borrower, the head, not the tail. God will never leave me nor forsake me. Remember, faith comes by hearing. That includes the words you say. I can't never do nothing right. You need to sit down and pray. And last but not least, if you just want the blessing, go to the parties, go to the church just to meet the right people and stuff. Do what you're told with your hair and your clothes. Make it happen. Run and chase your goal. Remember Abram and Hagar? They had Ishmael. See, he was rushing God. Pray tell. But if you want the promise that God has for you, seek ye first his kingdom and allow him to make your dreams come true. He did it with Abraham when he was over 90 years old. Sarah couldn't believe it. She laughed, I'm told. Abraham laughed so hard, he fell on his face. And God had the last laugh. And that was just a taste of what God can do. And if he did it for them and for me, he'll do it for you. Whoa, I didn't know it was that long.
No, I love it. I could see you got to do like an animation to it too. Like this needs to be a video people go to and visit, and yeah,
Ooh.
it's a lot of nuggets in there.
Wow, I like that.
Well, the whole thing is a nugget. It's
The whole thing is a nugget.
infinite nuggets.
There we go. Anything you have to say before we get off? Make sure you go to jclay.org/humble yourself, put in code Heaven High Humble and get a copy of Humble Yourself. Check it out. Check out JClay. It all goes together. JClay. Anything you want to say before we close?
That's it. I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate y'all watching everything. I'm in appreciation. This will be added to my list, my 150 list that I'm doing tonight. And thank you for that idea too.
Thank you too. And holy shift, the shift is happening. jclay.org to check out more on Holy Shift. We're going to have a really, really wonderful and powerful time. Oh, okay. Thank you, y'all. I got to close out with my video one more time because I just love it. It makes me happy. Here we go. Thank you, JClay. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Bye, y'all.
I know today, no matter what is happening, things will all go my way. I see heaven and I don't have to wait for you to recognize that love resides in this place. Why not listen ahead? Why you making that face? You be tripping something, thinking about something different. Why you making just relax a bit? Ain't no accidents. It's just all for the love.
Heaven High, everybody. Welcome. It's all for the love. Bye, y'all.